Uh-oh.
Oh
Oh, no.
Are you serious right now, Becky? We've been working on this for a half hour.
I don't know what happened.
Is your lens cap on?
No. I'll be back.
While Brian figures out his camera situation, you guys know that this show, we are working with a bunch of founders in the Target Accelerator program. Well, we have one of our own founders who is officially on shelf at over 1,200 Targets, right? So for those of you who don't know, Healthy Roots Dolls, which is one of our favorite portfolio companies, is on shelf nationwide. Go check it out. If you got a lovely child in your life for Christmas, whatever holidays are coming up in your life, consider buying one. So excited to see them on shelf. Super, super exciting stuff. In addition to some of our other port codes that are already on shelf at Target. But this is a big deal. We're super excited. She kicked butt on Target online. So we're excited to finally see her on shelf in store. So this is the, I think I can say publicly, first doll in the family. So keep your eyes peeled for her, and some other fun Crow friends will be coming along the way. So
yeah, they're going to be they're in 1,200 stores, which is like the most incredible thing. It's a Black-owned company. And they were named top 50 toys of the year by Target, which is really, really cool. She's worked really hard for this, and I just expect even more to happen through this holiday season. I'm certain she'll sell out. So I've been hearing from everyone, just like supply chain wise, that now is the time to buy your gifts for the holiday season, no matter where it's from. People are buying their stuff now. And I know people say that every single year, but I think this year is a little different due to COVID.
Yeah, it's real. The shipping container crisis is very real. The kind of like boat shipping staffing crisis globally is also very real. Courier pilot shortages are also very real. So please, whether you're a founder and you need to buy supply or product to get it here, buy it now. Or you're just a normal person who wants to buy gifts for friends and family, buy it now. But especially for founders with CPG brands, you need to think about supply right now. Not to be scary, but lots of real things are happening. Guys, we have so many fun, cool companies to meet tonight. The chat box is already popping off. So I feel like we should just get started with the show.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Oh, they are going.
Welcome back, everyone, and hello and welcome if it's your first time with us tonight. This is Twitch Pitch, the very first pitch competition live here on Twitch. We're super excited to see you all again tonight. Hello to all of our friends who've been here with us through this journey. We are on season 8 of this incredible show where we see founders from all across the country go head to head and compete for a cash prize of $25,000. We're super excited to meet them. So what happens is we see a little pre-recorded pitch video from our founders. While you're watching it, think about what you like, what you don't like, what you might have questions about. Put your questions in the comment box below. After we see the video, we bring the founders on live here on screen for us to ask questions of them and for you to ask questions as well. So audience members, you're super important in the show. No matter where you're watching us from, whether you're watching us on Twitch or LinkedIn or Facebook, whatever, your participation is super important. In addition to asking questions of the companies, you also get to vote. So we decide who wins this competition based on our judges' votes and your vote, the audience. So we're going to give you a little phone number when the time comes. Don't worry about it. I'll show it to you plenty of times, where you will know how to vote for your favorite companies in the show. Really, you have to ask yourself, would I invest in this company if I were an investor? investor. And we'll tell you exactly how to do that when the time comes. But we're super excited to see the companies with me tonight. As every night, I have my fantastic team. We have the Candace Matthews-Brackeen. She is our founder and executive director here at Lightship Foundation and our resident CPG and e-com expert. And the other side of me, we have the Brian Brackeen, who leads all fun things education and boot camp at the foundation as our AI and machine learning expert. I'm Lexi. I love consumer and I love health tech. And I'm so excited to be here with you all tonight. But we couldn't put on the show without our fantastic sponsors and partners. We want to give a special shout out to the Target Accelerator. Target Forward Founders is a virtual 8-week program for early stage product companies looking to better understand retail. And it was created in partnership with founders and key ecosystem leaders to address the needs of historically under-resourced founders. Applications are open for the next cohort. They're open through mid-November. You'll learn a little bit more about that later in the program tonight. In addition, we want to thank JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan's a global leader in financial services, offering solutions to the world's most important corporations, governments, and institutions. And a special shout out to the Ohio Third Frontier. OTF works with innovative startup companies across the state, making Ohio the best destination for tech entrepreneurs. So with that, hello everyone in the audience. Special shout out to Jay Brath, who's back again. One of our favorite viewers since season 1, day 1. Always excited to see you here in the comments. Special shout out to all of our Target friends and family, Miss Lana Hicks. And with that, let us get ready to meet our first company of the night, guys. We're going to see all kinds of cool things in children and baby and toys and other kinds of fur babies. So let's meet our first company of the night. Let's meet MiliMili.
Who says that nurseries have to be pastel pink or baby blue? And who says that gender neutral has to mean colorless? We are MiliMili, and we believe that having a baby and buying the best and safest things for them shouldn't mean you lose a sense of yourself in the process. We specialize in nursery goods and coordinating luxuries for babies and their grown-ups, featuring bold and colorful prints. Our hero product is the MiliMili Sleep Sack. Safer than a blanket, but just as cozy, a sleep sack is a crucial tool in a new parent's arsenal for a good night of sleep. Our sleep sack is a favorite of top sleep trainers around the country and features a custom 2-direction molded plastic zipper for easy middle-of-the-night diaper changes. And like all of our products, it's made from an insanely soft, breathable, and antimicrobial bamboo jersey. Take a look at the standard retail shelf or baby section, and you'll see not only are all the products all soft blue, pink, or gray, but so is all the branding. Compared to our competition, we are color. We live bold, vibrant color. We have developed a strong brand and following around that, so much so that friends, family, and customers always message us when they see prints out in the wild that look so MiliMili. And where our competitors have grown towards apparel, we aim to grow into the $25 billion home textiles industry. We're also one of the only brands with a sleep sack designed for hot climates, and our custom zipper is a differentiator that customers love. So let's talk logistics. Up until this summer, nearly all of our product was sold via our website. We're now branching into other income streams, including pop-ups and retail. We signed our first retailer this month. We launched our first collection in the summer of 2019 while we were both very pregnant. In 2020, we increased our revenue 400% and are on track to grow again this year. With the addition of new products earlier this year, we've also increased our customer LTV to $150. This was all while holding down day jobs and having no childcare for our babies. So imagine what we can do when we have all of our time to dedicate to MiliMili. We've also received some great recent press from The Skim, Women's Day, and mom-focused publications like Motherly, who rated our sleep sacks one of the best for toddlers. So why us? I'm Rose, and I'm a graduate of UCLA in theater design. I'm a photographer, marketer, and seamstress. I'm a branding expert, and I love collaborating and listening to synthesize thoughts into action. My co-founder Kelsey has a background in high-end residential interior design paired with a degree in entrepreneurship from USC and 12 years sales experience. The baby goods market is estimated to be worth $1.7 billion in the US this year, with a home textiles market size of $25 billion. Our goal is to move beyond the nursery and to grow with your family. From blackout curtains to pillow covers to upholstered goods, all designed for your kids, but perfectly suitable for the rest of your home. Our next collection with 4 new prints and a celebrity collab piece will launch next spring, with goals to launch curtains, pillows, and standard blankets by 2023, along with expansion into mass retail. We're looking to raise $500,000 for our first round of seed capital in the form of convertible notes to cover the next 18 months, enable us to scale, improve our margins, and devote our time full-time to MiliMili. If you're a bold personality who wants to fill your children's rooms with joy and color, we're here for you.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
So excited to be here.
Oh, we're so excited to have you. Love to see the product in the background. Love the product placement. Fantastic, very colorful. Candace, let's get started.
Awesome. Okay, so Kelsey, nice to meet you. All right, so as a parent, it's been a little while. My kids are teenagers at this point, but we were very heavy on the sleep sack use. It was,
love it.
We started with baby burritos. We found out that those are not the best thing in the world, right? And then we moved on to sleep sacks. But it was really difficult to find a premium sleep sack as opposed to, I guess the incumbent sleep sack maker at all. How do you think that you're going to be able to break into more brick and mortar, just larger big box retail locations? Because that's what I found difficult. I found it difficult to find something really nice that I liked, and I didn't have to go to a boutique to find those things.
You mean like going into somewhere like our goals, right? We have a couple different retailers that are in our vision board. One of those is Nordstrom. I actually worked for Nordstrom in their kids' wear department back in the day. And I really see that we would look awesome on those shelves. And then Target, as being part of the Target Accelerator program, is another. And we did get to meet with the baby buyer from Target at the end of the program, and they expressed some interest when we're ready and scaled. So that's there. I think what helps get us on those shelves or keep us on those shelves is our color. It is, as you saw in our video, we stand out. You go to that shelf and you see all those legacy products with the junkier zippers, the made of polyester and all that jazz. You see our product and it is bright and it's colorful. And when you get to feel it from the outside of the packaging, it's insanely soft. It's super breathable. So we think that that's going to be what's going to be able to really draw us in and keep us there. And we have found, as we've just recently started pitching smaller retailers as a tiptoe and learn this market into there, it's not a terribly difficult sell. They feel it, they see it, they say, yes, I get this. This makes sense. This would look amazing on my shelves and it's going to stand out and be easy to see.
And one last question. So tell me a little bit more about the breathability. You talked about it works in warm weather climates. I'm an Ohio girl, so that doesn't make sense to me. So talk to me a little bit how it works for folks who live in warmer climates.
Yeah. So we use this bamboo jersey, and bamboo is naturally antimicrobial, it's naturally hypoallergenic, and it's naturally thermoregulating. So it helps keep you warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer. And we have 2 weights of our sleep sacks. They start at under a half a top. So we recommend that for rooms 72 degrees to plus. So often, even if you live somewhere like Ohio, that's your knapsack. That's the one you're using in the middle of the day when your house is warmer and you're just throwing it over their clothes. And then we have the midweight sack, which is for temperatures 68 to about 74 degrees. And that's, you just layer it. The colder it gets, you layer it with breathable PJs underneath and socks and a onesie, and you should be covered for standard temperatures. The AAP actually recommends that you keep your house between 68 to 72 degrees for optimal baby sleep and safety. So we try to hit our sleep sacks in those markets. Not to say that we wouldn't add a warmer one as time goes on, but we really wanted to focus on our core market, which is warm climates like Los Angeles, big, colorful, warm places.
So is that marked on the packaging? I know that we ended up getting kind of samples, but on the standard packaging, does it show kind of what the temperature is for each of the individual sacks?
So For direct to consumer, which is what we have been 99.9% for the past 2 years, we don't necessarily have packaging, right? There's a hang tag and it tells you midweight or lightweight and whatnot, but you find that through the website. It's on each product page, it's through that. We have been iterating as part of that target program, new packaging for when we get into a mass retailer that yes, it will have exactly which one you need to pick for which climate and what those benefits of the fabric are and all that jazz.
And Kelsey, I'm the one asking the most questions because I guarantee you the other two may not have a ton. So
that's fair. That's partially why you have a baby, right? And sleep sacks and all this becomes so much of your life and making sure that you have the perfect product for them. And sometimes you lose a little bit of yourself, I think, in the process of picking those things. And we really want to fight back against that and enable people to maintain a sense of like joy and color in their lives as they pick these products. They're still the best for their baby. But as we grow, that's why we see the home textiles industry being where we go eventually. Because then we're going to be able to grow with your child and with your family and pull in more pillows and upholstered goods and all of that, which will enable us to grow and continue going along with the ride.
That's actually the perfect segue into my question. I actually think this is kind of a home run product. The best products to me are the ones that you see it and you're like, oh, that should have already existed. Where has this been, right? It's kind of like just supposed to have existed in the world before. So that leads me to a question about a kind of spark moment for your customer.
Yeah.
Are they solving a problem that they're seeking you out for, or are they seeing you somewhere and going, oh, this is what I need? Like what's the more common path, and then how do you work with that?
So the way that we started our customer acquisition journey was through gifts. We were in fact inspired by a gift. Rose wanted to gift me for my 1-year-old daughter a really impactful gift that was also super useful, and went to go find sleep sacks and they were all beige and pink and gray. And she said, that's not Kelsey. This is my style. And so she made a custom one for me. And I said, this is amazing. So we went down that route as our first customer acquisition strategy. Let's start with being the perfect gift. Make it amazing so that we get an intro point to parents very early on, and then they come back to us because they love the product, because it's so awesome and functional, and maybe they try the others, but they come back in the long run because ours is better. As we continue to grow around that, there's going to be more people are coming in because they hear about us, because of the press we've gotten. We got a really amazing recommendation from Motherly that we're one of their favorite toddler sleep sacks. So we sometimes have people find us at the end of their sleep sack journey, which is again why we need to continue expanding our product line so we can live with those customers beyond that 18 months that our largest size fits.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Excellent. And for everyone watching, if you have questions for Kelsey, throw them in the comment box below. There's lots of love for you in the comments, but if you have any questions, throw those down and I'll ask those in a second. So Kelsey, tell me how you get to your LTV in terms of buying patterns. Are people buying one for themselves and 3 baby gifts for others? A lot of gift comments in the comment box. Or are people rebuying later on for their own child's needs?
So we offer 4 sizes of sleep sacks. So often you're introduced to us at about the 3 to 6 month point or the 6 to 12 month point, and then you keep buying the other sizes and other weights. We also offer crib sheets, which is an add-on. We recently launched travel sheets, which has been super popular because why should your pack and play have like such a gross, boring white sheet in it when you want good sleep on the go too, right? You want your kid to sleep maybe even better during travel. So we launched that recently. And then our LTV went way up when we introduced our women's sleep romper, because we had parents asking us, this is amazing. Can you make one in my size? We said, no, we're not going to make adult sleep sacks. But we did come up with this ultimate sort of COVID wear, which is these pajamas that you can wear all day long that will stretch over a pregnant belly or fit any size. They're literally the most comfortable thing I've ever worn. Our customers love them. And people are buying multiples of those. And we only have 3 prints of them. So they're buying out all the prints that we have. So as we restock in our next run that we'll launch next year, we'll have a ton of new prints in that. And I anticipate that continuing to bring up our LTV along with other new products that we have in the hopper.
Fantastic, Kelsey. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Folks, this is your time. Okay, here's what we're going to do. If you would like to vote for MiliMili to win this competition, you're going to pick up your phone, not the comments, pick up your phone and text the number 9 to 203-408-6432. Once again, to vote for MiliMili, text the number 9 to 203-408-6432 via your cell phone. Thank you so much, Kelsey. And I see Rose in the comments. Put in the good work as a co-founder. Thank you both so much.
Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Thanks, Kelsey.
Once again, everyone, to vote for MiliMili, their magic number is 9 to 203-408-6432. For those of you who are new, we use our magical phones to text in our votes for who we want to win the show. So throw that in there. And while you're collecting your last votes, we're going to bring on our next company. The comments are already popping up about the next company. I see Mimosa42 is ready. So let's bring on the team from Trey's Lunchbox.
Hi, I'm Desiree Mingo with Trey's Lunchbox. Eating is not just a source of nourishment, but a love language that makes family mealtimes the most meaningful, especially for children. This kind of language transforms the dinner table from a mere piece of furniture to a safe space for learning, laughter, and comfort. I was the millennial mom, preparing for her 6-month-old's first taste of food. It was exciting, yet frustrating. I looked to mom Facebook groups for ideas and advice on what I should feed my son, because in my mind, every significant moment centered around food. Eating healthy while you're pregnant, breastfeeding, bottles, plates, cups. Let's not forget to add on work, home, and business. My plate was full. I needed more support. Just like 64% of other millennial moms, I believed it was possible to succeed in all areas of life at the same time. Meet Trey's Lunchbox, a kids lifestyle brand who exists to be a constant and consistent partner for the working mom through strategic partnerships and building a community centered around the health and well-being of our children. Our products make mealtime easier, and it takes a representation to a new frontier. The table. The strong suction-based bottom easily adheres to non-porous surfaces. With a slight push down, the plate locks into place, saving parents time and money. The curved edges are designed to support children scooping their food, strengthening those fine motor skills and building self-confidence through independence. Our plates are the perfect size to fit most high chairs, conveniently fitting into parents' feeding routine. Divided into sections to aid in portion control and serve as a convenient reminder to serve variety and offer options. Made from 100% bamboo, so it's naturally antimicrobial and easy to clean with just gentle soap and a little bit of warm water. The removable silicone ring allows for it to grow with your child. Our plates are perfect for mealtimes and snack and durable enough to travel. Toss them in the diaper bag and off to grandma's they go. Our bamboo spoon is made with a food-grade silicone tip, making it safe and easy on the gums and absolutely perfect for teething. The handle is perfectly designed to fit those little hands, making it very easy for them to grip. Here's how our plate stacks up. We are sustainable, BPA-free, non-toxic, free from melamine. We offer the suction-based bottom feature. We're woman-owned, mother-owned, Black-owned, and inclusively designed. We are currently a D2C business selling our plates and the spoon as a bundle for $24.99, and the overall feedback has been great. Parents connect with the design and they rave about the quality. We recently took home the Silver American Advertising Award for our package design at the local and district level. In September 2020, we launched our plates and bootstrapped our way through year one, bringing in over $15K in just the first couple of months, and we continue to grow after that month over month. We are adding to our collection with a new plate design in quarter one of 2022. along with the new selection of color offerings, and we increased the size of the suction base ring, making it just that much stronger. After recently completing the Target Forward Founders Program, we know retail is our next step, and we plan to enter the market focusing on the southern and eastern United States, expanding into the West Coast, and ultimately the entire country. With only spending $100 in marketing in our first year, we are currently fundraising to raise $250,000 to increase our marketing dollars. With the capital injection and plenty of room to grow in this $46 billion baby feeding industry, we are perfectly positioned and on track to dominate year 2. Meet the woman behind it all. Mompreneur with a background in biological science, customer service, and retail. And the inspiration behind it all, the CEE, with a background in winning mom over. We plan to grow our team in the future, adding industry experts to lead supply chain diversity, amongst other areas. Our future is healthy, and our passion is clear. Join us in building a safe community, because we understand that it takes a village.
Welcome to the show, Desiree. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Hi, everyone.
I just want to say this is one of the cutest things I've ever seen in my entire life, but I'll let Candace get started.
Thank you.
So, Desiree, my first question was going to be about team, but is it really just you?
It's just me. It's all I have. It's just me.
Man,
and my kid, of course, but he's not much help.
Women are incredible. Yeah, that's just madness to me. So, yikes. Where do I even begin then? Because I don't know how you've done all of this with just you. So tell me, what was the original? So the original inspiration was Trey, right? And you wanted to have something out there. My son I have 2 children. So one is 14, the other is 13, and one wears a big afro. And he loves to see himself out in the world. And I think that what you're building is really incredible. Tell me, like, really how the business started. So were you selling to friends and family, or did you immediately go direct to consumer? How did you, trade shows, what? Where did you start?
Great question. I immediately started going to direct to consumer, but we launched with a pre-order. We launched pre-order first because this isn't my first rodeo in business. I did have a boutique at once, but I do believe that failures are the stepping stones to success. And so we took our experience from what we did there. My passion has always been centered around the parent and child lifestyle, our partnership. And I have a bachelor's in biology. And so that was going to be, I wanted to be a doctor, OBGYN. So you can kind of see how it all kind of came full circle. But we launched pre-order just to kind of see about product fit. It could have just been me wanting, for my child to be able to see himself in representation. And so I kind of just launched on Instagram, just showing how Trey was eating and for his family, because I'm originally from New Jersey, but we were living in the South. And so my mom and everyone can see how he was eating and things. And I recognized that a lot of parents were sending me a lot of questions about, how did you get your child to eat like that? Does he really eat raw bell peppers? Things of that nature. And I'm like, yeah, is not everyone doing this? So when I got pregnant, I did a lot of research about, what was the best for my child. As any parent, we want what is the best for our child in all areas. And so I recognize that not only what we feed our children, but what we're putting it on is important as well. And so I adopted the baby-led weaning idea, which is feeding your children exactly what you're eating. If my mom is listening, she would say, we've been doing it, Desiree. It's just a new name. But just basically breaking it down so that in bite sizes, so that they can understand, my consumers can understand how to do it, how to go about doing it. And then I figured, why not bring representation to the table? It's important for my son as well as other kids to see themselves in every area and every aspect of their life. And at the table is a key point for me, because gut health is important. And I can go on and on and on about how that, develops into brain development and future development of your children. But yes, we just direct consumer. And when we hit our first $2,200 day, and the third day of launching, I knew, we're doing something, it's something going on here. And so I adjusted and yeah, we launched with pre-order.
That's amazing. So I think as I tried to pick this plate up off of my table, and first of all, I could not get it off at all. I didn't think through what a child was learning as they were sitting there.
Right.
And so, and also a parent. I was and am still a pretty hands-on parent. And I think so many people are lost and confused. I think we all get that book, What to Expect When You're Expecting. And I think it goes up to maybe year 1, but it doesn't really tell you what to do after that. And so everyone's lost. And so kudos to you for teaching a new generation of parents how to feed their children.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that. I really think that is very, very important. It's just so much that I can go into. I know we're on a short time, but yes, that's very important for the development of your children. And especially for our community where, eating clean or eating healthy is not always, what we lead with. So I want to be sure that Trey's Lunchbox is a leader in that area.
Yeah. And I'll say one more thing since, we're all family here. For the last year or so, I've been following this wonderful woman on Instagram named Tabitha Brown, and she's teaching lots of people how to eat a different way. And I've spent my last almost full year eating a very plant-based vegan diet. And I didn't have anyone to look up to before. And so that's, I think, what people are going to look to you for. It's an entirely, I've seen obviously Black parents on TikTok and Instagram, but we need someone who's like leading into the future and they can find in the store. Right? It's not just that one-off. So I think it's incredibly interesting what you're building.
I appreciate that much. And it comes with the educational piece as well. And that's what we are implementing on our social platform. So, you are getting the plate, the product, but it also comes with a community.
Yeah. Absolutely. Brian?
I am obsessed with the suction cup. Absolutely. It makes so much sense. And anybody who's a parent, you remember how many times you had to clean up like a mess because the plate gets just thrown off the table, right? Off the high chair, right? All those things. So just tell me more about that. Where you're thinking behind it, how strong it is, and what do parents say about it?
Parents absolutely love it. As me being privileged to play both sides of the parenting world, I've been a stay-at-home mom and also been a working mom. But in my stay-at-home, I still was, building businesses and things of that nature. So recognizing the pain points in parenting and trying to figure out, man, it has to be something easier. It has to be something better. Just supporting that parent-child relationship through it, because let's just be honest here. Convenience is king, but let's shift the convenience to a different agenda, and let's support the parents and being convenient through what they're trying to do. If you're going to say, hey, feed your child in this way, you want to be sure that you're offering the tools that are necessary for it. So parents love that it sticks to all non-porous surfaces, and we are increasing it, Brian. To go up, we've been working with it a little while, and after getting a little feedback from our consumers, we increased the size of these suction bases. It will increase the strength, but it also help parents to release it a little bit easier for it not being under our plate so much. So we saw an issue there, and we're definitely fixing that, and that should be coming out as long as the freight guides are with us with all of what's going on in the world. It should be Q1 of 2022, and we're absolutely excited to release our new plate and color offerings with it as well, which will be a gender neutral plate, and I'm pretty excited to show that to the world.
Oh, thank you, and may the freight gods be with you.
Excellent. So I don't have any human children, but like I said, it's the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But tell me, who are your competitors? I remember as a kid, look at how cute this is, guys. Seeing Zoo Pals growing up. Who's actually doing this with intention, not just making plates for the sake of making circular plates? Or is it just you?
There is no, I'll say this. I have not seen anyone doing it with the intention and the purpose that Trey's Lunchbox is. We're not just wanting to put products out there, and that's kind of why we're kind of slow to the draw with our products. We want them to be purposeful, but also, again, solving those pain points in parenting centered around the feeding cycle, because there are a lot. I mean, I'm a parent, I am my consumer, so I am seeing those. And before we release a product, we're asking questions to our consumers. And right now we're building an advisory board of parents and non-parents, because everyone has something to offer in this area. Build an advisory board to kind of be sure that we're hearing, we're seeing, and because we are you, we want to be sure that we are capturing the true issues here around the feeding cycle. And we have some pretty awesome things coming down the pipeline that we are strategically partnering to be sure that they are solving the issues that we are hearing. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about, how we're going to grow with our consumer.
Excellent. And so, folks, if you have questions, put them in the box below. Desiree, if you're comfortable answering these, feel free. If not, you can just say pass. Jay Brath wants to know, where is this manufactured, and is it available on Amazon?
It is not available on Amazon at the time. Again, we want to be purposeful about where we are and how we are getting it to our consumers. We want to meet our consumers where they're at, but we want to be sure that we're building a strong community around it before we just release it to just anything. And we are manufactured overseas.
And he also wants to know, is there potentially a bamboo sippy cup in the works?
There is a cup in the works as well as a bowl, and we are creating an actual lunchbox, but that will be a little later to come out, hopefully by the end of the year. We are looking to partner with a really big company, so we're going after it, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the best on the market.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Everyone who loves Trey's Lunchbox, now is your time. You're going to pick up your phone, and if you would like to vote for Trey's Lunchbox, you're going to text, is it 1 or is it 10? Is it 1? Text 1. Marlon, can you verify? Yes. Text number 1 to 203-408-6432. Once again, to vote for Trey's Lunchbox, you are going to text the number 1 to 203-408-6432. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you
so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you, Desiree.
All right, everyone, once again, number 1 is Trey's Lunchbox's magic number. I just want to say, I'm a grown woman, and when I tell you I'm going to eat snacks on this plate, it's so cute.
But if it was a little bigger, you could have like a platter out with like a charcuterie board.
Oh, absolutely. There's going to be some grapes and maybe a little cheese action, some wheat thins, not sponsored. Yeah, absolutely. Let me stop naming brands of food. So yeah, with that, let's continue our journey and let's meet INZI KidZ.
Welcome to the KidZ family. Parents are tired of the same old toys, the boring ones, the ones that have no relevance to real life. They are frustrated with keeping their children engaged, fighting against screen time, and struggling to understand STEAM and STEM. Ugh, there are so many. KidZ is here. Our products, our culture kits, transport families to explore different countries, different traditions, one box at a time. Interactive, family-oriented activities that engage your children in fun learning. We incorporate diverse and inclusive toys into our children's playrooms and classrooms. Using play as our foundation, our product teaches children to accept everyone just as they are. Children want toys that make them feel like they belong, toys that reflect their culture into a mainstream market. This is exactly why everyone gravitates towards our culture kits. Children, through play and education, lead their lives. Children experience that we are more similar than we are different, and that kindness and inclusivity can make the world feel conquerable. Our customers report that their children gain more confidence, more awareness of others, and more leadership skills. Developed by an educator and a child psychiatrist, who understands the importance of play and learning. Each kit is developmentally appropriate, targeting all sensory and learning processes. This is why we are in high demand for schools and hospitals, and we make it fun. We need toys that empower, inspire, and motivate our children to be themselves, that encourage creativity and their heritage. These kits assist with this goal. Our kits have multiple avenues of revenue. We were focused in 2021 on D2C, B2B, and getting ready for retail. Each kit is collaboratively curated by a parent ambassador to ensure authenticity and respect to the culture. Our Stop Hate campaign with Bully Bus has already created a buzz in women's wear daily. We continually provide resources on our website to further enhance your learning experience. Since our launch 1 year ago, we have 7 different kits, including our national award-winning America Black History Box. We have a high customer retention level with repeat customers at 80%. We have sold out several times only to replenish our kits. We are the only non-religious DEI toy in the market. Our clientele includes parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles, anyone looking to learn through play about culture with reusable and sustainable products. Our customers report playing with the toys throughout the month and looking forward to the next one arriving. Grandparents wish that they could hold these products physically before purchasing them, which is why we are focused on retail. In 2021, we doubled our customer base and maintained high margins and managed our supply chain issues. We have a robust 2022-2023 plan filled with more products, a cartoon series, and many diverse books. Our 2021 Q4 is set to double from our Q3 earnings. We have a simple ask: $250,000 for manufacturing, staff, onboarding new hires, and assistance for new products. In KidZ is a movement to empower children to be accepting and inclusive. Your child's success is the best achievement for us.
Welcome to the show. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello. Candace, I'll let you start the show as always.
Okay, well, first of all, Dr. Z and Dr. Priya have an amazing camera going on there. So it looks like they are on live TV. It looks really great. So I'm really excited that you've built a culture kit with people who are from that culture. I remember being I got a subscription box to a company that at some point I think was in this space. And they were not culturally competent. And it was very unfortunate that as a person who was from outside of that culture, I knew it was wrong. So I think it's pretty amazing what you've built so far. Tell me a little bit about the journey of a customer when they're buying in retail, and then do they eventually transition for it to start being shipped to the home? And how does that work with that retail partner?
So for the retail partner, as of right now, we are on the .coms. So if they go to our direct to consumer, that would be a subscription base. In the retail in the store, what would be is we would put a little QR code within every single one of our boxes for an option for a bi-monthly subscription or an annual subscription. So they have the option to come back to buy culture kits, because we are now actually at 10, not 7 anymore. And they can then come in, and we are forwarding into 2023 with our new culture kits and our state boxes. So they have the option to come in to do that. So you have the product base as well as the subscription base as the retailer or the customer comes into the retail.
And it sounds like there's a pretty large vision for the company. So you mentioned a cartoon series, so going truly into media. Can you talk through a little bit more about the broader vision? Because it sounds pretty exciting.
So the vision behind KidZ is to create a DEI toy company which talks all about diversity and inclusivity, whether it's toys, puzzles, books, cartoons, products that will actually be there with other creatives, that creative people who will come into the company as well to give their vision of what their culture and their traditions are. So we create products with them as well. The cartoon series really will become the heart of the book series that we're creating. So the KidZ book series and then the cartoon series. We are in talks with someone, but it's all, again, the vision behind another path within the next 2 years.
It's all right. We got a ton of vision over here too. So I feel it's just hard. It's hard to talk to investors about it because they start to think you're like a little mad. But yeah. I occasionally like to hear a little bit of the madness.
Well, so, okay, if you're going to talk about the madness, then I'll go into that because I don't know.
No, we can't tonight, but maybe at some other point. But I just like to hear, I'd like to hear what's going to potentially happen in the future. We've invested in several founders, and during their first pitch, they kind of give you they dangle a little bit of a carrot, and you can see something great happening out in the horizon. So when you mentioned that little bit about the cartoon, I could hear how large the company is going to be eventually.
Yes.
I'll let Brian go next, though.
Well, I'll just double down on that and say we have a strong why, which you guys do. Like you have a strong DEI why, and I don't hear people saying the term DEI toy company, right? Which, and then you start to say, ask yourself again, why am I not hearing that? That actually is a good thing, and you probably could have used your company for the last decades and decades before now, right? So I have a question about, again, the entry point. Are people having a problem at home and seeking you out? Are people thinking about you guys at Christmas? Are they thinking about you just before school starts? Maybe a new school or a school move, right? Where the dynamics change. What are some of the different reasons people come to you?
So the first one would definitely be because of school. A lot of the school districts and the school systems, as we've done our research, are creating more diverse lesson plans. And we are actually involved in many school districts and with our teacher ambassador program, doing that ourselves with them. So we create the lesson plan and then we create a box for them. So as we are in retail, parents are going to go out and say, okay, now my child is learning about this country. Let's talk about the culture, because the teachers are looking within the school districts. Avoiding from what's going on within your world, they're trying to create more culture and traditions so we can accept individuals as they are and also teach our younger children about other people as they grow older. So it's starting to happen within our school systems. Then you see it within our homes. Then you also see it furthermore within our play groups. And parents want to bring in these different cultures so they can advance and teach their children as they are playing with the kids from these different diverse backgrounds. So the experience starts from there and then goes to gifts because grandparents are looking for them. And that is our customer base, really, because they are constantly talking to us on the phones. They're calling us and like, when are you in the stores? And it's really the best gift that you could give to anyone for birthdays, Christmas, holidays, for any type of gift.
The other reason is it's very gender neutral. And so you're not going down a specific toy aisle looking for a gender specific item. And the fact that we weren't able to travel for almost 2 years. So people are discovering different areas that they want to explore and just having that open conversation. And they're also discussing things that are of interest to them. So, oh, Mom, I met somebody from Jamaica. What does that mean? What does the Rasta hat mean? Then they're exploring it. So they're seeking us out. We're receiving phone calls from hospitals saying, we've got so many children and we need an activity to do with them. Can you please explore this idea? And we're creating custom kits as well. So it's wonderful.
I love it. And diversity isn't going to shrink, it's going to expand, right? So your potential need gets larger and larger. Lexi?
Excellent. So everyone, if you're watching, if you have questions for this team, make sure you throw them in the comments. So how did you choose your cultures? What you don't know, that I'm Jamaican. So this is people who are watching the show, my team, we actually have an unusually high percentage of Caribbean women on this team. So shout out to everyone.
Very, very high.
So how did you choose the cultures? Why Jamaica being in the first 7 or 10 versus others?
So I'm a mom. I'm a mom of two. I have a 5-year-old and I have a 4-year-old. And it really started with them. It started with the fact of who were the group around them. And I created these before the kits came out on direct to consumer. I created them in my home. And my friends around me, I sat with them and I talked to them. And actually, our parent ambassador is a really good friend of mine. She lives in Jamaica. And so Rochelle literally got on the phone with me. She was one of my first that I talked to about this product and what I wanted to do. And it really started within the group of circles that we were in. Like the America box came out because my sister-in-law is Black. And I have a very diverse family. We are a mixed race family. We have lots of different backgrounds that my brothers are married to. And the Black History box became from that because my nephews who are Black didn't actually know the Black culture. And I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here? So each box came from somebody who was in our world. And that's where we started from. Going forward, it's actually changing because our customer base has come with us with these opportunities and so many amazing parents who want to actually be part of this, who are our customers, and they're going to be our parent ambassadors as well.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, team. Folks, now is your time. Where's my phone? Here it is. If you would like to vote for KidZ, I don't know why I always mispronounce
it. It's my name. It's Dr. Z.
KidZ by Dr. Z and Dr. Priya. You're going to text the number 2 to 203-408-6432. Once again, to vote for this company, you're going to text the number 2 to 203-408-6432. Thank you so much to the both of you. It was a pleasure.
Job.
Thank you.
All right. Once again, their magic number is 2, everybody, if you would like to vote for that company. Honestly, though, so cute, right? I mean, I hope everything doesn't fall out. But for those of you watching who didn't really get to see it, like, beautiful information cards, beautiful puzzle, got a little flag, little book.
Team Jamaica showing up every
day.
time.
The bias is strong here, but some dominoes, a little Nike sack. Very, very. I mean, all of the companies are great, but sometimes my bias is strong here. Really excited about that one, and I'm also super excited about the next company because while I don't have human children, I've got a little fur baby. So let's meet the company solving problems for fur babies. Let's meet House Dog.
Hi, my name is Angela, and I am the founder of House Dog, a modern eco-friendly lifestyle brand for dogs and their people. As of 2020, over 60 million households in the US have dogs. That's a lot of dog hair, dog toys, and doggy dates. Unfortunately, 50% of those families will experience the grief of losing a dog to cancer. And that was the case for my dog, Whoopi. His well-being was my #1 priority, so when he was diagnosed with cancer 3 years ago, I was surprised and devastated. I wondered what I could have done differently or better to prevent this. That is the moment that House Dog became more than a brand, it became a mission. In my research, I discovered there's a lot of bad stuff that goes into everyday dog products. Data indicates the same chemicals that contribute to cancer in humans directly affect dogs as well. Our solution is to source non-toxic, replenishable materials so that you can feel good about what you're bringing home to your loved ones. The majority of the industry is missing the opportunity to address the needs of the entire family unit, which includes our 4-legged family members. So House Dog's solution is to address the entire family holistically, because let's face it, dogs and people share the same needs for well-being and being loved. We know there are essential items needed to support our pups, but why do they have to look so utilitarian? We're putting the fun back into these functional accessories, and we're making them beautiful so consumers can express their personal style. And this is what that looks like on housedog.com. We've made it easy for customers to mix and match products through color and materials, and we offer shoppers the opportunity to create something special through customizations. Within this good, better, best scenario, we see House Dog positioned in the better to best space, where we are ideally placed and poised for success in the market. So House Dog currently sells 90% direct to consumer, and 10% of those sales come from non-traditional retail spaces that include upscale, home, and modern design stores such as West Elm and Schoolhouse Electric. Again, this leads us to believe the shopping experience is ultimately about family. We've attracted close to 16,000 organic followers on Instagram. We received a huge boost in global exposure on Oprah's Favorite Things list, Holiday 2020, and over 45 earned media features. Media outlets are seeking out House Dog, and this valuable PR is helping consumers discover why our brand is the best brand to support their pup, their home, and the environment. At House Dog, we run a pretty tight ship. It's myself with 30 years of apparel design and innovation experience. I believe my leadership experience at Nike, Adidas, The North Face, and others prepared me to build a successful brand. I've been lucky to have Claire Alexander join this lean machine in the last year. We have a strategy to move from startup to growth phase in the next 3 years. We will need to hire key personnel, starting with the CFO. We'll need to fund the expansion of our line extension and scale the business with the intention of partnering with a national multi-door retailer by 2024. I invite each of you to join us on our journey and bring your dog along for the ride. Thank you for your time and your interest in the success of House Dog.
All right. Welcome to the show, Angela.
Hi.
He's a very special guest judge for this portion of the program, so be prepared to answer all of his very serious questions. Candace, let's get started.
Angela, this is the dopest dog company I've ever seen. Yeah, I mean, so we're a cat family. So we're a new cat family. Fostered a cat that became our cat. But you know, we walk through the aisles of some kind of large retailers, and those sections don't speak to us at all. We have a pretty kind of crunchy granola household. We read packages, right? And we want to make certain that the things that we give our family, whether it's four-legged or not, are great things. But I don't see that in some of the pet food stores, some of the pet stores at all, or the aisles of the stores that I shop on a regular basis. You know, tell me a little bit more about what you'll go into after these original products. It sounds like there's more to come.
Yes, so much more to come. So where we are now is, it was basically the entry into the market, because customization was another big piece that the market had not cracked yet. So the next move is to fund the lifestyle part of it. We are seeing that customers are looking for dog products that work within their home, kind of fits their aesthetic and is an extension of who they are. And they're also thinking about their dog's well-being and their well-being, as well as, you know, the environment. So what that would look like in the home, because we know the reality that our dog is not going to stay where you say it's going to stay. They're going to be on the couch. They're going to be on the bed. They're going to be wherever you are. And so we want to make products that go good about bringing home into their environment. It's safe. It's non-toxic. It's eco-friendly. It looks good. It feels good. It may even look like it belongs to the human, but it's also just functional for the dog. And that's a big part of what House Dog is. It's just taking into consideration the two main characters in this role. And that is the dog. We need the functional product for the dog, but we also want to consider the person who's purchasing it. And I call that my six-legged consumer. So.
Awesome. I'll let Brian go next.
How do you raise awareness to the cancer challenge? I know that struck me right away in your presentation. And I think after hearing that, you're just like, oh, you know what? I'm going to do everything I can to protect my dog. So like, how do you raise awareness, I think, on the importance of this need?
Yeah, so the research that I've done, I've also made that transparent on my website. I've talked about what goes into the materials, where it comes from, who's making it. And I'm always sharing more information about that through social media, through newsletters, through conversations on podcasts, and also on the packaging. Like, we just want to make sure that people are understanding that that is a priority for the brand. That's not an afterthought. It's not something that we added on. It is what the brand stands for.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So everyone, if you have questions for Angela, drop them in the comment box and I'll get to them in a second. So my dog loved the bone. Loved it. Fantastic. But how are you thinking about longevity and durability? I don't think my guy is that big of a chewer, but we're seeing some early wear and tear on this. So how are you thinking about that?
So we ask people to know their dogs, first of all. So if you have an aggressive chewer, maybe the merino wool dog toy is not the toy, but we do have more durable products like the vegetable tanned leather, which is, a lot thicker and more durable than merino wool. But the merino wool toy is actually the best product for older dogs, for dogs that just like to carry their product around and like share it with people. But for those dogs that like to kill their toys right away, no toy is indestructible. It's just not going to happen. And the most important thing about that is if the dog does have product in their mouth, it is not bad for them. It's not leaching chemicals. Everything is natural or definitely considered before it's built into the product.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, we've definitely got a killer on our hands here. Very intimidating young lad. So I don't see any questions for you. I see all kinds of love for you and your products and people saying how much their fur babies love your products in the comment section. Like I said, mine does too. So everyone, if you would like to vote for House Dog, now is a great time to grab your phone. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to text the number 3 to 203-408-6432 to vote for House Dog. Text 3 to 203-408-6432. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Angela. Myself and Ham appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What a fantastic, fantastic company. Once again, 3 is the magic number for House Dog. What a great bunch we had tonight, guys.
Man, nothing but Jamaican products, the dog products. I can't imagine what you liked about this show, Lexi.
Couldn't imagine. Nothing at all that I have strong attachments to. So, folks, it's been a great episode. As a reminder, all these companies went through the Target Forward Founder Accelerator. We're going to flash some numbers again for you to vote for your favorites if you missed it the first time around. MiliMili is number 9. Trey's Lunchbox is 1. In KidZ is 2. And House Dog is 3. So fantastic companies tonight. If you're interested, though, in being one of these companies and joining the Target Forward Founders Accelerator, which is accepting applications right now, check out this little clip and learn a little bit more.
The Forward Founders Program is an 8-week accelerator to help businesses get ready for retail.
The one word that I would use to describe this program has to be insightful, equitable,
inspirational, knowledge, comprehensive,
invaluable,
phenomenal,
amazing,
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
There's no better time to bet on yourself than now.
All right, everyone. It's been a fantastic program. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will see you right here, same time, same place, Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Jay Brath, you were asking about those black snacks we've been talking about. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Check us out for the rest of the season. Plenty of snacks to come. So see you then, everyone. Have a great night.
Good night.